welcome back, guys. This is another episode of Solo Style with me, Morgan Starkiller. Sorry I didn't have a video yesterday. I kind of had, on Sunday, I think that was the 27th, I had some stuff to do. I was working with my dad and all that. So, once again, the rules are that I get 3 ships, and if I in a 1 pod. If I lose 3 ships, I stop for the video. If I lose the pod, the video is automatically over. So for now, I got a couple ships fitted up in Kajari at the moment. Probably gonna look around the area. And depending on how long it takes, it might be 30 to 45 minutes this video. We'll see what happens. So I got a Punisher set up with T2 stuff. Let me show you the fit. I have 2 dual light pulse lasers, Tech 2, attack 1 after monopropellant during afterburner. Tech 1, I think that's Meta 4 Scrambler. Energized Adaptive Membrane Tech 2, Smaller Repair 2, Tungsten Plate 200mm, or Macrometer or whatever, and Damage Control 2. Go on and hunt some shit. The reason I wanted to go Amarr is because I want to try to set up for the Amarr tournament. Plus, I don't really want to join at this point. I'm not sure yet. I kind of want to see. I'm not entirely sure. We'll see how it goes, because I would also need to get a passport and all that. The problem with the Amarr ships is that I think they're more meant for PvE. Because they have a lot of low slots, so that's not the problem. You could PvP in them if you wanted to. But they don't have a lot of high slots, so if you're going to use a Punisher, I have to have the Scram, and I have an Afterburner, but I don't have a Web, which is not great, considering I really like to use the Web sometimes. It's kind of hard to have, something scrammed if you can't Web it. Keep something scrammed up, and we'll see how this goes. It takes a little bit for my thing to set up. Okay, let's load up the ammo, make sure I have the right ammo. And I do, cool. I just wanted to make sure it bought beam and not pulse. So, I am really bad at PvP, just so you know, like I said. And this is going to be in the description. I am really bad at PvP, I'm not going to lie. And we'll see how it goes. I will also start putting in kill mails for the PvE. So we'll see how that happens. We'll see what happens. I am going to currently go to Villison and see what's going on there. Because we're also going to need a deplex a bit. Anyway, it's just that, the problem is, since I'm really bad at PvP, I shouldn't be flying Amarr, because it's going to be kind of a little more, I think it would be a little more skill involved. But I believe, I am totally active tanked. I have I have a combination of active and buffer. And, it's going to be kind of hard to figure it out. And the reason I'm going to Villison now is because if I get into a fight and die, I have a Dragoon that I can pick up from there. Because, I really like the Dragoon, because I think it has energy neutralizer range and drones, because those things are fun to use. Alright, I got 1 person in system. I'm going to check the Novice. Let me put my Dean scan up, see where he's at. He's in a Kestrel. I am probably going to have a hard time with that, but let's find out. I feel he's going to be in the Novice. Let's check that just to be sure. He's not in the Novice. Surprise. I feel he has to be in the Novice. So weird. Because there's no other places to go. Unless there was the Kestrel right there. There's a Kestrel. Ooh. It has to be... Okay, Kestrel is most likely in here, so let's see what happens. Get started on this. The Kestrel's name is JJ McKeel, and my videos aren't that good. It's just I have issues with them. Especially with the... Oh, he's gone, shit. Okay, scan... Nothing should be here, it's weird. He is not behind me. My D-scan is currently... So someone has to be behind me. Let's try to stop on the beacon. No way. There should be someone behind me. I can't seem to figure out why it's not showing up. Unless he's just buttoning in now. No, he's not buttoning in, so it's gonna be kind of hard. Alright, he's gone. So another spot I could check would probably be the small. I can check the two smalls, see what happens over there, and we'll see what happens. So these videos might be longer than you expect because, you know, PvP in the Eve is kind of hard. But hopefully those ships will, if I die, those ships will go by really fast because, you know, I'm really bad at I'm really bad at PvP, and I'm kind of too headstrong, I would think, in terms of trying to get fights. But what are you gonna do? I'm still trying to think about, you know, figure out how I'm gonna build my own frigates and stuff. Not like build them, but like fit them. So I gotta try to look around a bit more. Oh, he's gone. I'm gonna check Coruscant now. That would be a good idea to check. Anyway, it's just the fact that, you know, I also it's just the fact that there's kind of this issue with trying to find fights for me in particular, because like it's like a lot of, like, I'm not sure why, but it's kind of hard to find fights because a lot of people that want to fight me are usually going to kill me pretty easily because I'm not good with fits. But some people don't want to fight me and automatically run because they're farmers. It kind of sucks, but like at the same time, I gotta choose what I can get. I lost for fuck's sake. I mean, I gotta show the kill man. I lost a pod, and I'll show you the kills for my Algos. I lost it to a Corsair, which sucks. I'm pretty sure I was kind of having issues. And this is the Corsair kill if you're looking at it. It's really hard to have that issue with, like, you know. Let's look around the Novice Outpost first, see what happens there. And if I can't find a fight I'm gonna say, if I can't find a fight by 1500, I'm gonna stop the video and probably start encoding, probably start figuring out. And okay, let me give you an example. Here's the thing: I have an issue with my computer since it's low end. It's not bad computer. I mean, I can run Eve pretty easily. It's just that I can't record and run Eve very well. But still, I'm taking what I can get at this point. Seriously, not a problem. I think I'm working at 15 frames per second on the recording. But either way, I mean, it works. Anyway, we'll see. And the thing is, I'm using open broadcasting software. It's not like a proper recording software because it's a lot easier to do that. And someone is not in here, so I gotta check the friggin' Novice installation. Oh, I mean the Novice Outpost. We'll check it there. Try to get a kill. Cause I want to see if my Punisher setup works, because I forgot who told me in terms of, like, you know, how I want to like, in the sense that the reason I have the Afterburner on instead of like I'm gonna say micro warp drive is because I rather have to be able to burn out in case they're brawly fit than having the problem of not being able to do that if they are brawly fit and using a scram. If I'm using a disruptor, then that might be a problem because I can only aim so far with the disruptor. We'll see if I can get a fight in here. Nothing. Shit. That kind of sucks. Oh, where can I go? I might end up plexing this. I'm not sure. It's kind of hard to do. I might as well. You know what? I might come back to that in a bit. I'm just chasing out farmers for now. Anyway, the reasoning with, like, you know, most of the time, this is like, outside of these videos, I'm either deplexing systems, which, because, you know, I'm one of those main deplexing guys, which this is the rare time that I am actually, you know, doing solo PvP. I usually either do fleet PvP while other people try to do deplexing, or overall just deplexing on my own. I don't do I don't do, like, you know, I don't do, like, solo PvP very much because I'm bad at it. These are the very few videos that I actually do that are solo oriented. Because I'm trying to learn a little bit about in case I fuck up on something. So yeah, there you go. Next stop, I'm gonna put into Hickanema. See how bad that is. Because usually, like, we have been having issues with gals because I'm gonna, like I said, I believe I talked about this in the previous video. We have Gallente, I believe, are at T3 still. Let's find out. They are at T3. We are barely hanging on. Ooh, we're at T1. Shit, someone's not doing their job. Hold on. I want to go look around at this point, try to add a different system. Yeah, someone's clearly not doing their job. I might have to put some loyalty points into something. Philistine, a Shih Tzu. Shih Tzu, are you like fucking... Oh, hold the fuck on. I think we're gonna have an issue here in terms of those systems. Kanaka's a level 5. We're not even holding on to T1, so we gotta think about it. Heck, Rakapasos, Magella. I think all our systems are fine, it's just someone's kind of fucking up in terms of systems. I think we're gonna have to think about that. I might power up a system on my own, we'll see. Alright, no one's here, I'm gonna check Serenemi, because, you know, we got plexes. Someone's clearly not doing their job, but whatever. Anyway, another issue that I have in terms of, like, you know... What was it? Yeah, I love Amarr ships. I love the idea. I love Amarr and Gallente are my thing. Not only because of the drones, but because of the fact that I prefer armor over shield for myself. I mean, I can fly everything up to Minmatar up to battlecruisers, and on all three. I started working on all three of the of Amarr, Caldari, and Gallente battleships. The problem with okay, cool, someone's here. So I'm gonna chase that farmer out most likely. And possibly, first off, I want to set up the infrastructure hub. Because someone's going to have to do it. At least we can get that to level 1 and get a point there. Oh, that's not it. We'll probably set up the infrastructure hub. He has to be in a tactical destroyer, which is going to be a kind of a problem to kill. Because I'm in a Punisher, so I'm not even going to... I might bother with that if I can get some teammates going. It's kind of an issue with the fact that, you know... I'm in a Punisher, and I'm probably gonna end up getting annihilated by that particular thing. See what he's in. He is in... We have a Caracal, a Crane, and Tyra. I am not even gonna bother with that. Because if I can't take out the Caracal, which is gonna suck. So let's see, let's put in 100,000. Would that work? I'll get us back to D3. No, let's put 120, 100, 4, 7, 6, 8. Put in 100,000, see if that takes us a little bit higher. Fine with me. We only need 300,000, so I'm gonna leave that alone. And we'll see if that takes us to T3. Anyway, that was, the reason I did that is so that way we can try to keep up at least a little bit to T2. I gotta see if that added onto it. Not yet. So it's definitely gonna add on to it, I'm sure. It just has to take a little bit, so we might do that one more time. And, open system upgrade panel. We'll open it up, we'll add another 55,000 sounds about right. That'll work. We're at level 4 now, which is good. Because, you know, I'm gonna switch to probably Hick again, so that's the other system is low sec. I believe low sec into, that's not faction warfare last time I checked, so that's gonna be kind of a problem. And it still hasn't changed for some reason. Gonna be kind of an issue. So the reason I did that is that it not only gives you bonuses to the actual system, but you can do facility-based stuff, and broker-free market orders are reduced by authority for contracts are reduced by 40%. It depends on the level. It gets 10% at each level, and then you have a buffer, which lets you keep it at level 5 a bit. So I'm going to check if that went back. I'm going to go to a Shih Tzu now, see if anything's going on there. But then we might go, and then I might try the roaming part if nobody's in a Shih Tzu. Okay, it's still not showing up. It's so weird. So it might take a little bit. So the reason I did that in particular is so that way we can get back to T2. And we had other systems at T2. I think it will I definitely think it will bring us back at T2. So I don't know how long it takes for it to refresh, but it will take. I'm gonna say it takes a little bit. And I know and the thing was, I know we were only supposed to do like four systems. The problem is we kind of needed to bring it back to T2. Alright, next up, I'm going to try to take down that war target. Let's see what he's in. I have to get a little closer, though. He might be in the gate blitz. That might be a little... Sounds a bit weird. A little suspicious. I'm also taking on suspects. I'm not going to take on neutrals on the gate because I'm not a gate camper like that. See what happens. Want to see what he's in. Nothing on D-scan over here. Let's check on 5. Okay, nothing but a Thrasher. That is 5 off the small. That's a little weird. We got scanner pros up. Okay, that must be the Heron. Where could he be? He's a little farther than I thought he would be. Check 2, because I feel like he might be at the sun. Okay, he's at the sun, I'm thinking, so let's try to take him down. That might actually not be a bad thing. I feel like he's gonna be at the sun and I could put my damage control on, that would make sense. Anyway, it's kind of hard to, like, get some PvP in on you guys unless you know what you're doing. And I clearly don't know what I'm doing. Okay, we're back to T2 because of me. That's good to know. He's clearly not the sun, so let's try the small, I guess. He's probably... I'm gonna say the small. Let's find out about that. He is not small, so he has to be somewhere else. Try 14.2. Let's check the gate blitz, see what happens there. For that, let's make sure I'm looking. Okay, he's clearly not there. We'll see. Kind of my issue. It's kind of hard to like find certain people around if they're not coming around. If there's not really anybody there. So the only thing I can think of he might be at would be the small, but I was already over there. Okay, let's find out. Not here. Let's check Iankamon. He was over there. And is Iankam, let's go back to Kajari and start heading to Marto. Because that would be a good idea to start. If I check Marto, that would be a lot easier to do because, it's kind of hard to find targets if they're not going to come out or if they're in space spots. It kind of sucks. No, I'm thinking it might be somewhere a little different. Let's find out. I feel he might be on the gate. Let's find out. He is not on the gate, surprisingly. I feel like he went to a safe. And I can't get on a safe because I would have to probe him down, and I'm not willing to do that in a probing ship. Let's see what else I can do. Okay, we got people over here. Okay, next up, I am heading to Marto. Duplex up. Corp. Let's see, we wanted... Okay, so I did that. Next up, I am heading to probably Rybaka, because I know there's going to be a lot of fights over there. I already checked Vilison and Coruscant. There's not really much over there that I can get. So next up, I believe, is Rybaka. Unless there's stuff in my fire I can chase out. Which won't be a good idea, because that is Gallente territory. The thing is, I might have to, if it takes too long, I might just do this one trip once again, or try to make some good, okay, there is nothing here except links, and I'm not willing to take down links. Ooh, there is a burst here, which I might try to take down. Okay, he left. So let's head to Kinaka and then head to Raibaka from there. Yeah, it's just that, like, you know, I am not feeling that. I'm not feeling like, you know, that I'm having that issue with finding fights a lot. Like outside of like destroyer fights are fun, like if you're doing one-on-one, because it'll depend on who's the best in just, like terms of outgunning. But I really like frigate fights because, like, depending on what frigate you're using and if you're not using a Tristan, it all depends on how skilled you are, I would think. Even if with the Tristan, it's kind of hard to kill stuff with because, you know, you're like you would have to be either kitey or brawly, and if you're brawly, you'll be able to attack them fast. But if you're kitey, a kitey Tristan, it'll take a while to get your drones on there. All right, we got one person here. We'll probably leave him alone. Let's head to Raibaka for now. See what's in there. And the reason I'm going through, like, you know, different systems trying to shoot shit is because of the fact that it's kind of hard to, you know, I want to run out the farmers, for the Galante LP farmers, because it's hard for me to get them, you know, it's hard for people to, you know, keep the system together if all they're going to do is farm and try to get up the contested percentage. It sucks, but you got to do what you got to do. So surprise, surprise, I'm the only one here. I'll finish that up in a bit. Let's go to Orlalja. I might have to do plexing in this video and talk while plexing at this point, because clearly there's nothing going on in terms of PvP. Then again, it's like downtime. It shouldn't be like this. Downtime only came down, like, I'm gonna say 3 hours ago, more or less. Which it's not. Downtime for me starts around 6:30 a.m. It starts around 6 a.m. I got up at 6 a.m. today, so I went and made something to eat. Got back onto Eve by like 6. Got onto Eve like 6:30. Then did some stuff like try to figure out what I'm gonna do. Play some dust. Went and did got making food and all that. Like an actual breakfast, which technically it was pizza, but still it was worth it. And then I went to walk somewhere to see if I lost something, and then I came back here and started playing Eve. And there's no one here either, so I might plex a little bit on the side while I'm waiting. Man, like our area of Blackrise is empty right now. And I'm not sure if I should cut the video or not. Like it's just empty, so I might do some plexing, see how that goes. I might make a dust video after this. You know, I'm just gonna cut the video for now, because clearly I might do an extra video for later tomorrow. This is Morgan Star Killer. You can, if you want to check me out on Twitter, it's Morgan at Morgan S Killer, and I'm also on EveRadio.com, Eve-Radio.com, on Fridays at 1600 GMT. Check me out. I'll have that in the description. It will be in the description. So talk to you guys later. I hope you had a great time just watching me warp around in empty stuff. Laters.